back to code giver section, and this is image sprite part 2. So what I actually do is that instead of having this ordinary image right there, I've go ahead to seek for a lot of image here. You can see I have many of them here. So let's just go back to our web page, then let's create a sprite right here now. So a sprite, image sprite is just like a gallery where you can view images, then look at them, and that's all. That's just what it's all about. Okay, let's do this, guys. There are actually two ways of creating image sprites. So the I'm done with this division of image sprite, so I'm just going to create another one. I'm going to get div with a class is equals to image sprite 2. So I'm going to go image sprite 2. Okay, so right here, I'm going to be having a division that's going to be a class of image 1, and I'll copy this a couple of times because I'll be having image 2. I'll be having 2. I'll be having 2, I'll be having 3, then I also will be having 4. Alright, this is not bad, right? So inside each of them, I'm going to be viewing image with a source. So I'm going to images. So right now, the way we are moving, don't forget we are on the index, so we just go to the images directly by just doing source images splash. So let's just go ahead and check these images together, which one is the best that we can use for our sprites. 1, 2, 3. So 1, this is bg underscore 3 dots jpg. So we can say bg underscore 3 dots jpg. So let's just view our website. This is actually our targeted image. This is the actual image that we target here, which is not bad. This is which is actually cool now. Okay, the second image that we target, let me just go back, is bg underscore 5. Okay, so let me close this up. I'm just going to paste it here, then I'll change this to 5. I want to be sure that loads up on my page. So if I come down here, this is fifth one I pick. It's working fine. Then I want to pick admin.jpg. So here again on the 3, I will just view it, then I know this is actually not going to work, so I just have to do admin.jpg. Okay, let me refresh this. I want to be sure it's view. Okay, admin is actually viewing too, and it seems really lot big. Okay, and maybe I should pick, I'll pick bg2. Okay, let's just pick 2. So we can say 2 and refresh this. So want to be sure it is picked. Alright, it is picked. This is right here. Okay, don't worry, they are big. We are going to handle them one by one. So the first thing to do is just to come down here again. Since we are not, let's just leave that. So here we are going to say this is the division of image sprite 2. So don't always forget to put comment in your code. Comment is very important. So we're just going to do div with a class of image sprite 2, like that. So this very simple way is just to give it display of flex. So that's all we got. Then we can go, the width of this one should be 100%, the height should be auto, we don't want any padding should be 0, and any margin also should be 0 too. Okay, this is not going to to do nothing much yet, as these people still think that they are sitting down on the same kind of edge. Okay, so we are going to be doing some little mathematics here. So if we have a 100 divided by 4, so that should give us approximately 25. Okay, so that's 25 times 4 should give us 100. I think so. 25, 25, 25, 25. So which means that we are now going to be using 25%, 25% on our images. So let's just select this quickly. Div with a class of image sprite 2. Then we can see we have image 1, image 2, image 3, image 4, image 5, like that. So we just want to select div the class of image 1 first. So the width of the image 1 is going to be 25%. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this. Image 2 is going to be the same. 3 and 4, yeah. 3, 4. So if you follow this long, 25 plus 25 is 50, plus 25 is 75, plus 25 is 100. So logically what I did is just make sure that each of these guys right here, they fill up the whole page. It's still not going to happen much. Then you can see that each of our image is now viewing, even though it's viewing itself on a very large scale like rubbish, yet we are having it on divisions by division. So let's just go ahead and undo them now. Since we've done this, we can just copy this. We start from 1. Okay, don't let us do this. Let's just go to the code and do it. So that I prefer to have a very clean code. Since we have the image here, we can just do the height to be auto. The height should be 100% and the width should be auto. Okay, you see, let's see, this is really flopping a lot of things up. Alright, let's just limit it now. The height should be 100% and the width should be 25%. So this is not really cool, is it? We are really shrinking it down right now. I just feel like I should calculate this in pixels now. In pixels, how do I want to calculate this in pixels? Okay, let me just give this one in height. Let's just give them a height of 300 pixels first. 300 pixels, 300 pixels, 300 pixels, 300 pixels. Okay, that's not bad. Alright now, so we don't actually want this to have that. We just want to say auto the way it was before. Okay, you can see we've actually solved this guy, and this guy is really okay, is really fine. So we can go ahead and solve for others by doing the same thing, Okay, this really looks good to me. So we have this guy right now being like 1, 2, 3, 4. So the fourth one seems to be having a complicated issue by overflowing right here. So let's go ahead and solve that out. Let's just go ahead and solve it out. Okay, height of 300 pixels, 25% of this, of that, overflow. So we're just going to come here and say overflow of hidden. So we don't want anything to overflow out of that box. Fixed. So we already get it fixed already. So we are having this image right here. As you can see, we are having welcome to code with Gabriel. So we have this logo here. Then we are having the our image sprite right at the bottom one by one. So what we want to do is just that to know the kind of the present image that we are. Let me increase this. I feel like increasing it. Let me just do it by 50%. So I'm holding right now, I'm holding Control D, which stand for duplicates. So clear everything and 350. So instead of just going one by one, I'm able to undo them all together. Okay, this look good. This really look cool. Too cool. We have 1 2 3 4 of this image being showed. So what if we actually want to know which one are we on? You know, when we hover on this now, this is telling us we are on home and our about. When I over all this, nothing is happening. So what I can just do is just there. I think I can add a filter. Mm, or I can add a filter. Okay, I can just have a filter on them. Let us do filter of blur, maybe 300. uh, 300 pixels. Give me. Okay, it's actually this is actually blurred. That is too blurred. 300 pixels is too much. Let me give it 30. Oh man, 30 is one of the badass. Let me just give it 10. Oh my god, I don't want to do this. This is too much. Oh, I don't want to use blur. Let me use saturated 10 pixels. If it's not degree, I think so too. I think so. Deg. I think so. Why am I doing this? Why not opacity? I'm looking for a way to blind it. Sphere shadow gray, yeah, grayscale of 10 deg. Let's see. It's no or 10 pixels again. Is it pixels? There are some that use pixels. There are some that use deg. Let me try to bring this up. 100 pixels or 100 deg. I believe it's deg. Well, for some reason it's not actually responding, but I don't feel much more alive by. Okay, I know what I would do. Instead of using filter, let's just use opacity. 0.5. Okay, so opacity means the level of his blurriness. So 0.5, and that does not even seem like a good idea to me. What can I do? I'm thinking of something. Opacity doesn't look like a good idea to me now. How about we use border? Okay, let me use background color, not the image itself but the class. Let's see. It's not even performing well. Okay, so let us try to use border. So we're just going to go like class of sprite 2. I know what to do. I'm just trying to check some other workaround. Image, when it is over, we should try to filter it and use grayscale of 300. I think so. Okay, now it works now. So this is actually what I meant when I said it. So this is it now. So by default, instead of giving this grayscale, let's just give it to it by default. Every one of them should have it by default. every one of them should have it by default, and that is going to turn them to one hell of a picture. Okay, I missed one. Okay, you can see, so they are black and white by default. So what we can do on over is that we can turn the grayscale to ultra zero, to zero like that. So when we over on it, we don't want to have any grayscale, so or flitter none. Let's put it on none. Let's see. Oh god. Okay, my bad. Let's put, let's just say grayscale. I don't know, I want to put it on 000. Maybe grayscale will always be grayscale. When I hover on it, I want it to, okay, I can give it another filter, probably something like saturated on 300 too. Oh man, saturated is not the best. Sepia on 300. Oh, this is even getting whiter, but I think it's working. There is one that I used to use, I can't remember. Construct. Okay, I think it's construct. Oh man, construct is doing really bad. Come on guys, why are you yelling at me? That's too bad. Brightness, is it brightness? Saturated. Sepia, I think I've tried it. Sepia, have I not? There are a lot of filters here, I know I have. Like normal filter we used to add to our Snapchat, to our photo edit, same thing here we have here. No, I'm not. Let me try, let me seek for help from this. Okay, we have brightness, drop shadow, opacity, gray a, drop shadow, construct, brightness, we rotate, invert, drop scale, opacity, sepia. Let me try brightness. I know brightness is not going to pull everything, it's just going to bring the light on. When we over on it, I will just want to turn it back to normal. Okay, let me just put none. Why not none not working? Oh my god, this guy is yelling at me now. He doesn't even like me this morning. He doesn't like me. Drop shadow. Doesn't like me. It's yelling at me already. There is a particular filter that we used to use that make it much more sharper. I couldn't even remember. Okay guys, so you can just stop here because of the time, but what I wanted to show you is that on over we can always do some stuff. Just put it on 100 first. When we over on the image, we can always try to change the filter or try to do something and let the user know that okay, this is the image that you are over has, this is the image you are over, and this is what you are doing. So alright, this look like a cool, let's see what we can do in the next tutorial guys.